was notified like I will join at 8:10. Okay. So few people might join little bit late. So let's wait till that. And meanwhile, let's have a small discussion like you guys are clear with the topic whatever we discussed on till now. We talked about storage account and virtual machine, data disk, OS disk, stop, restart, intra ID. You guys are clear with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you have any questions, you can let me know. Or no, nothing. Like then we'll wait for another 3 more minutes and then we'll quickly make a start. So if anyone who is planning to share your screen, so please log in with your portal.azure.com and keep it ready.
Sir, I have some network issue in my area, so I cannot share my screen. That's the issue.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Not a problem. I really appreciate.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Okay. So let's quickly make a start now. Like who's going to share your screen?
Suresh, I will share my screen.
Yeah, I appreciate Praveen. Yes. Currently, yes, I can see your screen. Okay, I believe you're using Mac.
Yes.
Okay, so not a problem. You can just click on resource group, and since you have RG1, can you just show us like inside that what things are there?
Inside, I created yesterday and I deleted, but I'm not able to
Oh,
delete it.
okay, not a problem. Let's use this RG1. It's like we have an RG1, and inside that RG1 we don't have anything. Okay,
No,
which is
right.
quite empty, and we will reutilize this, and we will continue today's learning. So today I'm going to talk about a topic which is known as availability set and availability zone. Okay, so let me quickly share my screen and let's talk about it. And I share my screen. Availability set and availability. So these are the two topics that we are going to discuss. So this availability set is further divided into two parts. One is known as fault domain. Another one is known as update domain. So what is this availability set? What is fault domain? What is update domain? Let's talk about that in a detailed way. First, let's talk about the fault domain. This fault domain which talks about like power, internet, like network switches and cooling system, etc., etc., etc. Okay. So these are known as fault domain. Let's talk in a general way so that we will understand it better. Now there is a data center, and inside that data center, we just create one virtual machine called VMware. Okay, and we are sitting in our home, and we are generally trying to talk to the machine by using RDP. I hope like this what we did during the last session. So now we were able to connect to that particular machine on previous class. So now this particular machine needs a power. This particular machine needs an internet. Let's think that this particular machine is getting an internet from the vendor called Geo. Okay, due to some business reason or some technical reason, okay, Geo is facing 1 hour of outage. Geo is not working for the next 1 hour. So now this VM will get an internet or it won't. It won't. Since this machine doesn't have an internet, the user sitting in his home can able to talk to the VM1 guys.
No.
Okay?
No,
Why no?
because of there is no internet on the virtual machine.
Yes, because there is no internet. How we are all talking each other? I'm sitting somewhere and you're sitting somewhere. How we are talking each other? We are just connecting over the internet. If I just go ahead and turn off my Wi-Fi router right now, I won't get any Wi-Fi signal. Or if there is no internet connectivity in my home today, then I cannot able to talk with you. So the same thing happens here as well. So since you create a virtual machine, the virtual machine also depends on various other parameter. Let's take the power. The power is coming from a company called Tata Power. Okay. So due to some reason, there is a complete outage for next 9 hours. Then what will happen? The server will not work. Okay, that you should understand. So it doesn't mean that since you create your server on a data center which is powered by Azure, so always the server will be available and you can able to take an RDP. No, Azure also depends on various other parameters like these guys. So Azure doesn't generate their own power. Azure doesn't generate their own internet. They cannot able to produce everything on themselves. They have to rely on other third party vendor. If the third party vendor goes down, then definitely the machine will go down. So the user will face the downtime. Do you all agree with this? Yes,
Yes,
no?
sir.
Perfect. Now, in order to get a greater availability, what needs to be done? So basically, you need to create two different machines. Okay. So VM1 and VM2. And you should keep this guy inside a fault domain 0, and you should keep this guy inside the fault domain 1. Why do I need to keep this guy in fault domain 0 and why do I need to keep this guy inside a fault domain 1? The reason is very simple, because now this particular machine will have certain parameter, right? For an example, if the power is coming from Tata, if the internet is coming from Geo, okay, this particular machine, the power will come from another vendor, XYZ. The internet will come from another vendor. Let's take an example called ACT. If it is XYZ here, then it will be ABC here. So the parameter of the VM1 and VM2s are going to be different. So now if any of the third party vendor goes down. Let's take in Geo is going an outage. Okay. So the VM1 will go down, but the VM2 will be available for you. Okay. Why it is available? Because this guy is placed in a fault domain 0 and this guy is placed on a fault domain 1. Okay. So since you place it in different fault domains, so the machines are going to have a different parameters mapped with it. Now, few people might have a question. What happens if the ACT also goes down? You know the answer. If this guy also goes down, then both the VM1 and VM2 will go down for sure. Then I need to get a greater availability. Then what needs to be done? You know the answer. You need to create another machine and you need to keep that guy in a different fault domain. That's it. The problem is solved. So at that time on spot, like every business will not go down. Okay. So if one vendor goes down, the other vendor will be up. The probability will be somewhat higher the ladder. Guys, do you all agree with me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Tisha.
Yes, Satish.
Perfect. So let's quickly check your quality of understanding. Now I'm just creating a VM1. Okay. And I'm just creating the VM2. Now I'm just placing this machine in fault domain 0. And I'm placing this machine again in fault domain 0. Is it a right way or a wrong way?
It's a wrong way.
Why it's wrong way?
Both are created under fault domain 0.
Okay. So it's wrong. Why it is wrong?
If anything, one ISP or any power down, both VMs are going down now. You can't
Yes,
able to
absolutely. Yes, absolutely. You're right. Guys, I was just looking for the answer from everyone, but only one guy I have spoke about it. Okay. So just try to volunteer because the parameter of the VM1 and the parameter of the VM2s are going to be absolutely same because both the machines are placed in fault domain 0. If one thing goes down, the other thing will go down for sure because they are placed in the same domain. It should not be there. Everyone are clear? Can I have one big round of S now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Let's talk about update domain. What is update domain? Update domain is nothing but a kind of a maintenance, a kind of a patching, a kind of any upgradation, etc. etc. Okay, these are known as update domain. Now most of the people who are having in work experience, you know what is known as like in your office also, like every frequent, like you get an email that we have a scheduled maintenance, we do this or we do upgrade or we do this, we do that. During this time the system might go down. The people who don't have an experience, if you have a bank account or something, you will get a message from a bank as well. The ATM service will not be available between this time frame because in the background they are doing something. Okay. So during that particular point of time the system will not be available. You need to understand that. Okay. So maintenance and these things are really mandatory. For an example, just think that Azure have purchased like multiple servers down the lane. Okay. 4 years or 5 years later there will be a new server with a new feature and a new specification. So Azure needs to upgrade now we are all using a mobile phone, so which is not older than 10 years for sure. Anyone in this group using a mobile phone which is older than 10 years? Definitely the answer would be no. Why? Because technology is growing and we want to be adapted towards it. So similar way, they put tons of dollars and they construct a data center. They have multiple servers. Down the lane, 2 years, 3 years, new requirement, new features and other things will come. They have to upgrade. During that point of time, your system will go down and you need to understand that. Okay. So in order to avoid that particular downtime, you can just go ahead and create your VM1 inside fault domain 0 and inside fault domain, sorry, update domain 1. If you keep this in this way, then you are pretty good so that your machines are not going to have a downtime. To be very clear how the design is going to be there, let's take this as a data center. Okay. Data center itself, they will break into multiple pieces. Like this is update domain 0. update domain 1, 2, 3, like that. Okay. Now you can create your first machine here. So now whenever they want to do a maintenance, they go for this one. Okay. During this time, this machine will be up. And once the maintenance is done, once they revert this, again they go for this one. During this time, this will go down. Now, in a simple terminology, we all live in a house. The house will have multiple rooms. Now, once we want to clean the room, like what we used to do, we don't put all the things in a single room, or we don't put everything on a floor, and we don't say like, okay, let's rearrange the house. We won't do it now. We take one particular room and we clean that, then we go to the next room, and once we do that, then we move to the next room. So that how periodically like we work, like a same mechanism that has been implemented here as well. So in order to get a greater availability, you need to keep your machines in a different update domains. Everyone are clear?
Yes, Satish. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So at
Yeah.
last the thing
Sir,
will be
one doubt.
yes, please.
In the data center itself, we will be having both update domain and fault domains, right?
Yes,
Uh,
absolutely.
mhm.
Okay. Now at the last, how the things will be there. Now, if this machine is created now, this will be fault domain 0, and this will be in fault domain 1. And this guy will be update domain 0, and this guy will be update domain 1. So that this guy is different, this guy is different, this guy is different, and this guy is different. Am I right, guys? This how ideally the structure should be there. Do you all agree with me? Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Okay. The first machine should have 0, 0. The second machine should have 1, 1. So that ideally we are at a good place. Okay. So now I'm quite good. So Praveen, like you can share your screen and we will quickly do this as a lab so that the people will understand even more high the ladder.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will receive my
Now yeah, I can view your screen. Now just type VM in the search. And before we quickly create this particular one, let's have a quality check. Like how many people have practiced like previous session? You can be honest. If yes, you can raise your hand. Guys, don't raise your hand like this guy will be asking daily. So better let me raise it. Don't be in that way. Just to bring the awareness for the other people that the people are working harder. That's the reason. Okay. No mark, nothing. Okay. All good. I really appreciate, guys. Okay. I put all your hands down and let's continue today's lab. And let's click on a create button and let's create a virtual machine. What is virtual machine? It's nothing but creating a server. So let's create a server. Let's click on it, and you want to keep it inside a resource group. So let's give a resource group called RG1, and you want to give a name for this machine known as VM1. Yes. And which region you will choose, and you will always choose Central India when you work with me. All good. Now availability option is there. Select the drop down list below the region. No, below the region. Availability option.
this one, right?
Yes. Yeah. Now you have to choose availability set. Why do I need to choose availability set? Because now we are learning about that topic. So let's try to keep that now. Now the next question it is asking, hey boss, select your availability set. Select the drop down. You don't have any availability set. We know that. Okay. So let's click somewhere outside and click on create new button. Yes. And you can just give a name call. Yeah, it's loading. Just give a minute. Click on one more time. Yeah. Now give a name called VM-AS. which is nothing but virtual machine hyphen availability set. I write it in a short form, like whatever the name that you like, you can give it accordingly. It's not a problem. Now there are like two things. One is fault domain and update domain. Now currently the fault domain is 2. Okay. And it's a kind of a volume button. So you see update domain is there at 5. Okay. You make it as 2. Either you can just type numerically or there is a volume kind of a button. When you increase, it will increase. When you decrease, it will decrease. Now just keep this alone in the head. In fault domain, we are just choosing 2, and update domain, we are just making as 2. Okay. Let's click on OK. And under the image, just select Windows 2022. No, sir. Let's go for 22. Yes. Any 22 is fine. Under the size, just select B2S.
V2S, right?
B2S. Click on see all size. This is the first time you're just creating a virtual machine. Correct me if I'm wrong, sir.
No. Previously, I created on AWS, not in the.
Oh, no. Guys, like whenever I ask something like don't relate with AWS, okay. So I'm
Okay.
asking like if you practice something, then I'm asking about Azure. Okay. Don't correlate with AWS, please.
D2S I selected.
No, no, not this one. B2S. B for ball. Yes. It's already there. If you can't find, there's a search button at the top. Na? Just type B for ball, 2. S. The second one. This is the first time you're creating a virtual machine. Okay. Just scroll up. There is one small error. I need to fix it. Click on create new. Click on create new. No, 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 no. Click on create new. Give a name called VM-AS and make it as 2 and 2. And click on OK at the bottom. Okay. Now just scroll down and just give a username and password. Don't use any reserved word like admin or something. Okay. Give a ideal different name. You can just give your name, or if you want to give any other name, just give it. Don't keep very general names like admin. Okay.
Hello.
Now,
Can you show me the availability set once more? I didn't get it.
sorry.
The availability set.
Yeah.
We should create new one, right?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Click on review and create. And guys, like the people who are trying, who are practicing in the background, I recommend you not to do that because there are some chances you might miss here and there. Okay. I really appreciate your eagerness. Like you want to do it side by side and you want to close it off. But just try to spend the quality time in learning by listening and taking notes. Okay. Don't make a practice because sometime or the other time we will shiftly toggle between one screen to other screen, which you might miss and which will be in trouble. Okay. So just view it. If you have a paper and a pen next to you, you can have a notes. That would be quite better. Click on create. Now there is a virtual machine which is going to be created for us. Let's ideally wait for a minute till the completion happens. Varun Gopi, like, have you given your name and phone number in the WhatsApp group, sir?
No, sir. I'll just give a text message now.
Yeah, sir. Just do it, or it's a little bit hard for me to take that, and it's your name is not there. And Naresh as well. And Srinivas.
Sure, sir. I will send by 12.
Yeah, sir. Just do it now, sir. That would be helpful for me.
Okay, sir.
Okay, great. So now we can able to see that there is go to resource option is there. You can just click on it. Go to resource. No, sir. There is a blue color option is there now. Just click on it.
This one, right?
In mid of your screen, there is a blue color button is there na. Go to resource.
Below. Okay, you'll see go to
Okay.
resource.
Yes, exactly. So now currently we just created a resource and which is a VM1 and the status of the machine which is known as running. Okay. Now let's go to availability set. Just type AVA in the global search. You have an availability set. Click on it. Now we have an availability set, whatever we created earlier, right? That is available. Just click on it and minimize the outer one for the better visual. Yes, exactly. You're doing a good job. Now, guys, just see here, there is a VM1 which has been created and the status of the machine is running. And you can able to see that the machine has been kept inside the fault domain 0 and the update domain 0. And you might be wondering that, hey, I didn't select like this machine needs to be going to 0 or this machine needs to go to 1 or 2. I didn't decide that. Yeah, I know. Okay, just blindly trust the process and I will just make you understand even more better higher the ladder. So the tagging which is done automatically by Azure. Okay, so just do one round of big refresh of your browser and let's create another virtual machine.
With the same resource group or with a different?
Same resource group, sir, and give a name called VM2. Yeah, availability option, like we have to choose availability set. Okay, and do we have an availability set? The answer is yes. Let's choose it. Yeah, and what machine we want Windows already you created na. Yeah, click on it and just scroll down and select the size here. See, recently used B2S is there. Click on it. Yes, just give a username and password. You can use the same username and password. Okay, it's not a problem at all because ideally both are different machines. Having a same username password will not impact the system. Yeah, now it got completed. Now you can just click on go to resource. Okay. Now the status of the machine is running. Now just go to the availability set. Just type AVA. Yeah. Click on availability set and just click on the availability set which we created earlier and minimize the outer one for the better visual. Now you can able to see that there is a second virtual machine which has been created and which has been given a tag known as when and when. Okay, so you don't want to say that this machine needs to go to 0 or this machine needs to go to 1 or 2. You don't want to do it. Okay, you just blindly create the virtual machines and use the existing availability set, and the tagging will be done by Azure automatically, and it will use the two numbers because 0 and 1, because we have said like just given a number for the fault domain as 2 and update domain as 2. You all remember, while just creating an availability set, fault domain we gave number as 2 and update domain we gave number as 2. So it will use the two numbers like zeros and 1. So it will be something like 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 1, something like that. Okay, so you don't want to worry about the tagging. The system will take care of it. Okay, if it is given to human being, there are chances that we will make mistake, like how I just showed you. Like we just kept two virtual machines, we created it, but if I keep both the things in fault domain 0 and fault domain 0, it's not going to make sense. Okay, so that mistake will not happen because the Azure will do the best tagging for you, so you don't want to worry about anything. Everyone are clear? One round of S no.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Perfect, all good. So let's quickly go ahead and delete this complete resource group 1 RG1, and we will go ahead and do the next activity that we need to do, which we need to do. So just go to the resource group. Yes, click on the RG1. No sir, click on RG1, click on delete resource group, copy the name, force delete, apply force delete, check that box. Okay, so before we are just moving to the next one, we are just cleaning up the disk. Okay, so I hope everyone are clear with the concept known as availability set. Now let me share the availability zone. So I share my screen. Now when I select the region as Central India, you know very well that there will be multiples of data centers are going to be there, and the people will usually call it with the name known as zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. This we discussed during the class of storage account. Okay, now what we did earlier, we just created a VM1. Okay, and we just created a VM2, and both the machines are going to be created in any one of the data center. I'm not sure whether it will be created in zone 1 or zone 2 or zone 3. I'm not sure. Let's assume that it has been created in the zone number 1 because I have given an option only to select the region, not the zone. So now this particular machine is going to use fault domain 0 and update domain 0, and this machine which will use fault domain 1 and the update domain 1. Okay, so this would be the architectural design when I use the availability set. Guys, am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, Tesh.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, yeah,
Sorry, I have a question. Like, so, up to how many machines we can create? Like, so it will be automatically assigned to 0, 1, and it continues till what?
it's your wish. You can just choose how many machines you want. You want 100 machine, 200 machine, 500 machine. You can just create it accordingly, and you have to pay the bills accordingly.
Okay, so all will be placed in different fault domain and update domain. Like if I'm
Yes.
creating 100 machines.
Yes. It will not be update domain 100 or update domain 200. Okay. Because, for an example, update domains usually have 20. Okay. So, which means now if you just create the first machine will be known as 0. And when you create the second machine, then it will be 2.
Mhm.
Then the third machine will be like this. So it will go till this particular number only. Okay. Again,
Mhm.
when you create another set, then the 21st machine again that will be like 0.
Okay.
Okay. So there is a volume button is there now. When you create a fault domain and update domain, just toggle it to the maximum. You can able to see the number of fault domains and update domains. Once you complete it, again it will overlap. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Not a problem. Now this is the architectural design that we created previously. Now let's think that this complete data center goes down due to some earthquake or flood or anything. For any reason the complete data center goes down, then the fault domain and update domain will not help you. So what you need to do to have a greater availability, you need to create your machines across the zones. Oh, 1 minute. Across the zones, like the first machine in the first zone and the second machine in the second zone. Okay, so that when data center completely goes down also, it's not a problem. The other guy is there. So which is going to give you a greater availability when compared to availability set. Am I right? So availability set is something which gives you a greater availability in case of any failure that happens within the data center. This availability zone which provides you greater availability, even a complete data center goes down, the other machine will be available because the machines are placed across the data center and the previous one was within the data center. Clear?
Yes, Satish.
Okay. So let's try to do this and we will learn high the ladder. Okay. So guys, like definitely each data center will have certain kilometer difference. Okay. So it's not going to be located in next street. Okay. One data center is located in street number 1. The other data center is not going to be on a street number 3. Okay. So they will have a geographical kilometer different so that one area is getting impacted, the other area should not be getting impacted. So they designed that in way so that we get a good availability. Okay, so now you can share your screen, please.
Yes, Satish.
Now you can just go there and you can just type VM in the search and you can click on a create button. Now currently we will not have any resource group because we just deleted the previous one. Click on create new and give a name called RG1 and just give a name called VM. Okay, that's it. Okay, now the region Central India. Okay, not a problem. Now availability option, what do you want to choose? You want to choose availability zone. Why do you want to choose availability zone? Because now we are learning about that one, right? So let's choose that. Click on it and just scroll down. Now here you have an availability zone, like how many zones you want. Okay, there are like 3 zones are there. So if you want your machines to be created on a zone 1 and zone 2, just select the zone 2. Okay, so that's it. Just click somewhere outside, just scroll down. If you want to have your machine to be created in zone number 2 and 3, then you know what to be done. Okay, you want to remove the 1 and you have to check in the 3. If you want to create in all 3 different zones, then you want to select everything. Okay, now all good. Now just keep on scrolling down. Now, okay, one small thing, the size is not 1 minute, the size is not available in zone 1. Okay, Zone 1 and 2, zone 1 and 3 are supported. Not a problem. Just scroll a little bit up and just choose a different region called North Europe. No, let it be zone 1 and 2. Choose a different region. A region is there, na, little bit above. Yeah. Just click on it and choose a region called North Europe. Yeah. The
North
first
Europe.
one.
Okay.
The first one. Wait for a minute. Just scroll down. Scroll down. Oh, North Europe also. Okay, just scroll up. Just choose Australia East. Just scroll down. Wait for a wait. Little bit above. Little bit above. Yeah, zone 1 and 2. Yeah, fine. Now we are not getting any error. Click on username and password and just click on review and create. And I will let you know why we get the error and when we change the region, how it got fixed. Yeah, you can click on review and create. Wait for a minute. Okay, yeah, I know it's an expected error. Just click on the networking tab. Yeah, just scroll to the bottom. Under the load balancing option, select none. Above. Click on none. Click on review and create. This error we will get only for this particular resource. Click on create. Wait for a minute. What happened? So you have any internet connectivity issue?
No.
Okay. Just refresh your complete browser once. Okay, just click on the bell icon. Okay, something went wrong. So the deployment is not yet activated. So what you do, just type resource group in the search. Let's see. RG1, click on it. Is there something created? Okay, so better let's click on delete resource group. Let's try to do it from the first. Not a problem. Just given, just type VM in the search. Click on it. Click on a create button. Yes. Give a different resource group name that is known as RG2. Why I changed the name right now? Because RG1 is currently in the progress of deletion. So I choose a different name. Okay. Now just type the name as VM. Yeah, now just choose a region called Australia East. Yes. Now we want to learn about availability zone. So let it be availability zone. Now under the option, just select zone 1 and 2. Okay. Now select the size, select the image, and just choose the recently used. Yes. Select the size and select the recently used. Yeah. Give a username and a password and click on review and create. We will get an error inside the networking tab. Just make it as none. Click on review and create. Just click on a create button now. Okay, now things are working good. Okay, so we just saw two weird scenarios. Let's talk about that right now. So when we choose Central India, we were getting some little bit error, like zone 1, zone 3 are supported, something like that. Why do we get an error, something like that? Now, currently, we are using a free trial. Now, Praveen has a free trial and Satish has a free trial, like other members, like you also have a free trial. Then think of in Central India, how many free subscription holders are going to be there and how many resources are going to be created. So there will be multiples of servers are going to be created under the free trial itself. So you all know that every region which have three different zones like zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. So Azure cannot give you like everything for free. Okay. So out of 100 servers, like 98 servers are given or allocated for pay as you go. Two servers or three servers, 2 to 3% of the servers are given for free trial. Okay, so in Central India, currently Windows Server 2022 and the size of B2S is currently not available. Okay, and we were trying to select zone 1 and zone 2. That machine was not available in Central India. So many people have would have created it. So that's the reason we could not able to create it. Okay, so when we try to use North Europe, the same issue we got. But when we try by using Australia East, many people were not created over that particular region and we were able to do it. But if you are under pay as you go now, 200% you will not face this issue because you are a premium customer and you're paying money from your pocket. So the business will happen for you. Okay, since it's a free trial, so here and there certain restrictions will be there. And for us, it's not a big deal that where we want to create it. For us, Central India is also fine. Australia is also fine. So everyone are clear with the problem. Why do we get that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Satish.
Okay. Now, and networking like load balancer, we selected an option called none because I cannot able to teach every topic on a single 1 hour. Okay. So load balancer is a dedicated class which I have for you. So I will just talk about it when the time meets. Now you just type VM in the search. Now you can able to see that there are like two machines are there, VM1 and VM2. So you might be getting that, hey, I just created only one machine. Why I have two? Because you selected two different zones. You remember? You selected zone 1 and zone 2. So just click on the VM1 and just look into the region, which means the location. Minimize the outer one for the better visual. Yeah, see, the location is Australia East and the zone is 1. Okay, under the zone number 1, this VM1 is located. Can you just keep your cursor over there? Yes, perfect. Just go to the VM2 and just check which region it is about. Zone 2. So this option is known as availability zone. So how many zones you're just choosing, accordingly the machines are going to be created. So this is a topic which is about availability set and availability zone. Everyone are clear, guys?
Yes, Satish.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, not a problem. Now let's try to learn one more thing. Just type VM in the search and click on a create button. Choose the existing resource group. Just give a name called VM3. Okay. Now under the availability option, just select no infrastructure redundancy required. The first option. What is this no infrastructure redundancy required is about? Now we are just creating a simple machine. Okay. We are doing a learning curve. So I don't want any availability set. I don't want any availability zone. I don't want any support from you. Okay. So you just create me a server and I will start utilizing it. For some reason, this machine is going down. For an example, due to some maintenance which is happening inside Azure, due to that particular reason, this VM3 is going down. Let it go. I don't bother about it. So now if one of the third party vendor goes down for that reason, this particular machine goes down, not a problem, let it go. So I am just strictly saying that I don't want any of the support from you because I'm just going to create a simple machine. Okay. I'm going to do a learning curve. For my learning curve, I don't want any availability set or availability zone. So I choose an option called no infrastructure redundancy required. Even though I choose no infrastructure redundancy required, I get an availability about 99.99 percentage, which is very, very high. Okay. So you can just choose this also if you wish to have. Okay. So there will not be any internet breakage are going to happen in a data center. There will not be any power issue or power cut are going to happen in the data center because they get everything in a dedicated band. Okay. So how we are just getting an internet by using an optical fiber wire which is travel around the air. Okay. So there can be any kind of disconnect can happen at any point of time, but data centers they dedicatedly get in a submerged way so that no disconnections, no disrupt will happen. Okay. I hope everyone are clear with this. One round of yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, 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 sir.
Okay. So whenever we just create a virtual machine, from the next time onwards, under the availability, you choose no infrastructure redundancy required because since we are going to do a simple lab, for the simple lab, we don't want to make a good expenses. Okay. Now it's been more than a week, like we are learning about Azure. And we will just quickly just check how much of cost that we made an expense. Whether 1 minute, let me check. Stuti is there. Stuti, are you there? Shruti is there. Okay, she is not there. Not a problem. Now, sir, like you can just go to subscription. And let's see like how much of expense we made. So why I was just looking for Stuti, right? Like she was sharing a screen for this week, right? For continuous 1 or 2 days, like so that we will just see how much of cost has been encountered. So Praveen has encountered 0 rupees till now. Okay. So see how much the cloud is charging. The charges are very, very less. Okay. So don't think like what I will do once a free trial is completed or what I will do if I don't have a free trial. I know that there will be few people who will not even activated a free trial right now. I know, but I don't bother about it. It's an opportunity. Just please utilize and learn it, guys. Okay. So don't think that the cloud is going to put you heavy charge or something, which are going to be very, very minimalistic. Okay. Even when you also go to your subscription and you just check what is the total cost you made, it will be less than 5 rupees for sure. Okay, guys. So that's it for today. So any other questions we have? So we just discussed about a topic which is known as availability set, availability zone, and no infrastructure redundancy required. Any questions on yes, no?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, please.
So, the region of my resource group is something, and the VM which is inside that resource group is something else. So in which
Mhm.
region will my VM is going to be created, and can it be different like that, or is that a problem?
Okay. Now I ask you a simple question. Okay. So don't take me wrong that this guy is putting a question. So I'm just logically trying to think. Okay. So what is resource group? A resource group is a logical grouping. Correct. Am I right?
Yes.
So inside that group, you can have any kind of resource. Am I right? You can have storage account. You can have a virtual machine. You can have a disk. Am I right?
Yes.
Now, it is a way that you can just have multiple region also. VM can be created in Central India. One VM can be created in South India. One can be created in Australia East. It's your wish. Okay. So don't get confused. That is just a logical grouping. Okay. And these are resources, and this resource is going to be dedicatedly up and running based on your selection. Clear?
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Okay. Not a problem. Any other questions, guys?
So, Satish, may I know in real time which region is mostly preferable? Is there any particular region?
In this particular standpoint, I could not able to give you a one-line statement. But if you need a one line, then I can just say that where my majority audience are there, then I'm going to create accordingly. Okay. For an example, now I'm going to create an application called IRCTC. What is IRCTC? Which is known as an Indian Railway application, right? So
Yeah.
majority of my customers are from India. So then I will have everything in Central India. I won't create my servers in East US. I won't create my servers on Australia because my majority audience are here. Why do I want to go there and do it over there? So there is something known as governance, and there is something known as security. So there are like multiple layers are there, and accordingly you need to think wisely. And every region have their own policies and restrictions, and accordingly you have to meet and you have to choose it.
Yeah, you mean based on the depends upon the requirement, right?
Depends on the requirement. Yes.
Got it.
Okay. So any other questions? Okay. I don't think so. So Praveen, you can just delete the complete resource group and let's close for today. Thanks everyone for joining with me. Thanks everyone. Bye.
Yeah, thank you, Satish.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
all.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.